Hey guys, it's here bringing you another video. Now welcome back to another spectating high rating. That could actually be a rhyme. We're watching a Vel'Koz play today because I am firstly going to announce we're going back on the main account. So tomorrow's stream, which is Monday, of you watching this video, I think that is tomorrow because I'm uploading this as the second video on Sunday. Yeah, I'm going to stream on the main account. I haven't played on the main account for 3 weeks. I had a bit of a break. It was nice, you know, it was great. But I want to go back on the main account. We're going to call the series Back to Master. Not Climb to Master, because we've done the Climb. So it's going to be called Back to Master. And we're going to try and get back to Master. Again, my goal for the season is to finish Master. So obviously to finish Master, I need to get back there. But yeah, hopefully you guys will be chill with me going back on the main account. The reason why we're watching Vel'Koz today is because Vel'Koz is a champion that I personally use to climb. So I want to watch the best EU West Vel'Koz. This guy right now is currently in Master, so he's not Challenger, he's not whatever's. He is currently the best Vel'Koz on EU West from the website League of Graphs, and they do the ratings and stuff. The second best was a support player, so, you know, I wanted obviously the mid. He's playing Vel'Koz versus a Pike, and obviously remember, this is in current patch, so this guy obviously is a big Pike solo player and has not adjusted to the changes that Riot has implemented to get Pike away from solo lanes, which is a little bit weird if I'm honest, but yeah. But yeah, hopefully you guys will enjoy me going back on the main account. And I will also say, I've been doing a bit of research with views, so my views this month are down 15% from last month. Everyone's views are down. Red Mercy's views, I think, were down like 30%. Panzer's views are down 15%. The only people's views in the League of Legends world that have not gone down are ones that took up TFT content heavily. Scara's views have exploded and stuff like that. I think Fi's doing quite well because he's done a lot of TFT stuff too. So, yeah, League of Legends might be suffering a little bit at the moment. But yeah, we're going to go back on the main account. Hopefully you guys will like that. And, yeah, bit of try-harding. The Smurf series, Iron to Diamond. By the way, I'm talking about this one. Nothing's really happening in lane phase. The Smurf series Iron to Diamond is going to continue. We are going to get that account to Diamond. But that's just going to move as the second video of the day. Until it's basically done, is what I'm thinking. And then Rush to Diamond we can do, and I can kind of level the account on stream over the next few weeks and stuff. Meanwhile, Pike going with his first aggression play of the game, does get a Q, gets an auto attack, but it really doesn't do much damage anymore. You'll notice this Pike has also gone Boots first item. Why? He's in a range matchup. He needs to have the movement speed to get to people. So Flash comes out by Vel'Koz. He is taking tower hits, which is surprising. Honestly, Vel'Koz might have been able to kill that guy if he just went pure aggression. But has to flash away because they timed it with a jungle gank. First blood coming in on the red side. Alistair does get killed. And the Tristana is also dead. Double kill for the blue side, which is obviously not Vel'Koz's team. But reminding everybody, it's a slight spoiler obviously, but the reason why we do these episodes is we always highlight good play. So somehow this Vel'Koz does well this game, and we're obviously going to find out how he does that. Enemy team going for an incredibly aggressive invade right now. 3 people, the enemy top lane has come down. Elise trying to survive, does smite, doesn't get the survival, and that is double buff refresh going over to the enemy Kayn. Obviously, there's an Ornn on the red side, and Ornn is not going to be able to control a Renekton in the early game, because it's a Renekton, that's what he's designed to do. But moving into mid-late game, Ornn is one of those champions that literally won't die to a Renekton. So he's effective in that sense, but you've got to be very much like, okay, don't make any big plays around the top side or invade as a jungler, because yes, the difference between those two champions is huge right now. Alright, so this is probably a dead Vel'Koz. He doesn't respect the gank. And he just gets killed straight away. While he's dead, we'll watch other people. So, again, Ornn, by the way, can hold his own. But he probably just doesn't want to take pure all-ins. But everything, like, you know, going for a bit of fire, going for that little auto-attack every now and then, that is completely fine. Meanwhile, a gank while we're watching, while the Vel'Koz is returning to lane. Gank coming in. Lovely knock-up. That gives the free cocoon and a free kill on the Renekton. The dude was dead. He didn't have flash because he must have used flash to kill the Elise earlier. But yeah, really nice. So, item build so far for Vel'Koz, nothing crazy. He's just going for the Dark Seal. The camera has a mind of its own right now. Click on you, stay on you. But yeah, he's just going the Dark Seal build, which I like because the Dark Seal gives you more regen. And one of the big things that Vel'Koz may struggle with in the early game, especially against like an assassin, is getting all in a little bit. And then obviously he's at low health. And because of the lack of mobility, you feel a little bit vulnerable. Where if you can get the Dark Seal and it increases your potions by, what is it? 25% healing from potions. It gives you a bit more sustain, and that it's honestly pretty damn good. So the enemy red side is taking this Scuttle Crab because they have nothing else to do. Again, this camera dude is having a complete mind of its own this game. Roam potentially happening is on for the bot side. We don't know if that's his warded. Because obviously we're only watching from Red's perspective. Alistair goes for the engage. Tristana jumps in. Vel'Koz being able to get there. Gets the stun. Gets the knock up. They will get the kill in the end. Vel'Koz guts it. Really nice little roam there, which you would never really expect a Vel'Koz to roam at level 5. So again, not going with always the norms. You'd never... Like, I don't even... Well, have I roamed pre-6 Vel'Koz? Maybe. But it's very rare. And sometimes that is a good thing to do. Even if it's not the most effective champion to roam pre-6, when people don't expect it. Meanwhile, Ornn gets a solo kill. That's fantastic. Because people will never expect a Vel'Koz roaming pre-6, sometimes that is the best thing to do. Because it's like, oh god, why is he roaming? So it is effective and not effective at the same time. So I would presume his item build is just going to be standard. He, by the way, has gone Arcane Comet, if we want to go over the runes right now. He's gone Arcane Comet, Mana Flow Band, Transcendence with Gathering Storm, so that is a late-game rune-centric build, with then secondary Inspiration, Magical Footwear, Cosmic Insight, meanwhile, red team ganking, getting a kill, and then the rune stats are Adaptive Damage, Magic Resist. Pretty standard. Obviously, the other way you can do it, meanwhile, 2 kills go down for red team, ganking the blue side. The other way you can do it is the Glacial build. Now, I will be honest, I am somewhat, meanwhile, Pyke roaming in the bot lane. I'm a little bit surprised that... Ooh, that's risky. Alistair just killed his Tristana there. Alistair just got both of them killed because he put the Pyke right next to the Trist. That's a small mistake by Alistair, let's be honest. But yeah, I'm surprised he didn't go for the slow build a little bit. Why? Because he's against a melee champion. The slow glacial build is designed to do well against melee champions because the auto attack procs and everything, and you're going to auto attack a melee champion more. This could be easier Dead Morgana, but Kayn is also going to be there. Yeah, I'd go all in right now if I was here. Him, close, might get it. One auto. Ooh, that was so close. He did misplay it somewhat, but that was pretty close. Again, if a Morgana's walking into you in mid lane, she's not alone. So yeah. Fair enough. But yeah, Ornn earlier got a solo kill. He's actually potentially on for another solo kill. He's got ultimate very soon, this Ornn. He's going to ultimate. Renekton does ultimate if he gets to the auto attack. Oh, get that auto. Oh, hey. Wow, this Ornn is doing well, baby. Again, he really shouldn't be winning that matchup. So what I'm guessing is the Ornn has got the momentum to the lane. How did he get the momentum? Well, this whole situation that happened here, Renekton didn't get the kill. He got an assist. Ornn stayed top lane and free farmed. He does go down. Yo, one more tower hit would have done it. But he does the Ornn just free farmed. He got more XP lead. He then got a solo kill from a Renekton, which must have been a mistake by the Renekton, and that's just given Ornn the lane. Like we mentioned earlier, Ornn will not die to a Renekton, and yes, if you give an Ornn advantage, he will. You know, Renekton is an early game champion. If you're giving someone an advantage against you, you're going to struggle. It's just the point that usually Renekton doesn't struggle against anything in the early game, practically. Right, so this game, we've got a negative KD, technically, Vel'Koz right now, 1-2. He's got he's building Ludens, I believe, first item. That's just the standard. So the Pyke against him, by the way, has got Predator. The same gank that's happening practically every time. He might end up with a kill. He doesn't have ultimate, though. Damn, if he had ultimate, he might have been able to get that kill there. Nice Q double hit there. But yeah, you can notice the Kayn is coming mid lane a lot. Now, this could be duo Q. Honestly, I would probably think this is more them just being smart as a Kayn. So of all the lanes to gank, the Vel'Koz is arguably the least mobile. This Kayn is very desperate, though. It might be a dead Vel'Koz. He had to hit that knock up. Oh, this could be good. Oh, close. He might get one kill. He gets one kill, which isn't terrible. But it's the lack of mobility from Vel'Koz which is making him appealing to kill. Meanwhile, Alistair coming in with a really nice roam, by the way, which gives an assist. So that makes that whole situation actually worth it for red team. They get more gold because they got, I think, 2 bounties? 1 bounty? 2 bounties for that. That was great by Alistair. That was a really weird-looking mini-map thing. So they're having a bit of a fight. Now the Renekton ultimate. That's fine for Ornn. When the Renekton ult calms down, Ornn might go for it. Flash by Renekton. And there you go. The aggression has shown up. Elise ganks bot side, kills the Ashe, but then also Tristana dies. But yeah, he is struggling somewhat, this Vel'Koz, enough that he's actually buying Ninja Tabby, which you should never really buy on a Vel'Koz, but he's having to this game because of how much Kayn is coming mid lane. Furthermore, the Kayn might gank that lane because, you know, he might think that Pyke mid is a little bit weak, which he is. Riot has made him weak. So he might be helping that lane the most for one of two reasons. One, the pick is kind of weak and, you know, it's easy ganks. Secondly, for gold actual value, it is worth ganking a Pyke solo lane. Why? Because you'll get, if the Pyke gets the kills or whatever, or uses his ultimate and he misses out, you're both getting kill credit gold. You can't really ignore that. Anyway, they're going to go for the Pyke. They get him in the end. Alistair picks up the kill. Really nice little gank there by those two. And again, anytime that Vel'Koz isn't getting these kills, it's not a big deal. Why? Because he's in the... If I was a Vel'Koz in this matchup, and I've been in similar matchups to this, we've played a lot of Vel'Koz over the time, I know I outscale this Pyke completely. If you ever look at damage done and the Pykes in the game, they never do high damage, they do executions. So you know you can outscale the damage of a Pyke. You're going to be relatively safe in the backline unless they put themselves at risk. So you just kind of play it cool. Play it easy, play it cool, and you'll just be fine. And when you're killing the Pyke, and yes, getting the kills would be great, but if he's not alive, you're then farming and he's not. So it's a win-win regardless if you get the kill or not. I would say props to the Alistair so far. The roams that he's done have been very effective, which you, again, normally don't see. So a roam potentially coming from Vel'Koz, which, again, he's not known as a roaming champion, but you can roam on him. He's looking for it, I guess, because he's got ultimate. Random Kayn drewing a dragon. We just heard a Pyke ultimate from, like, the other side of the map or something. I have no idea where that Pyke ultimate was. Was it mid? Oh, it was here. I don't know why we heard Pyke. It must be a replay bug. But we heard Pyke ultimate when we weren't even looking at it. Pyke right now will have ultimate up again, by the way. So he is looking to go aggressive. Remember the damage output when it comes to... So he does get killed. Riot changed the damage output that if you ult something and don't kill it, it's something like you do less damage to that target for a few seconds, because what Riot didn't want was solo Pyke ulting just to get to somebody and then auto-attacking them. They made that weaker. So your I think Kayn, yeah, Kayn was doing dragon. Your ultimate is now pretty much just the execute, so that Pyke doing that, you know, is a bit weird. Ornn dead again, so again, this Ornn did great in the early game, and now you can see the Renekton is pulling back the matchup, which is honestly a bit surprising, so the Ornn must be making a couple mistakes, taking bad fights when Renekton has all-in ultimate. Again, really what you should be doing in that matchup is baiting the Renekton ultimate without using your Ornn ultimate, and then re-engage with your ultimate advantage. And again, I will say... Normally when I'm watching these the challenger spectates, them players are obviously way better than me, but this is a master gameplay, which obviously I've been master, so I'm very confident to say, like, what could be different this game, because these are people of the rating I've been. And again, we're going to try and get back there. I think the main account right now is still in Diamond 1. I can't remember exactly where in Diamond 1 it is. It might be 0 LP. It's possible. But they also will say, slight tangent while nothing's happening, a Rioter who... we don't know who the head of ranked is in League of Legends anymore. They've kept that very quiet. Meanwhile, a Lee Skank on the Pyke, she randomly turns around. Maybe she didn't know where the Kayn was, so she got nervous. But yeah, we don't know who the head of ranked is, but someone who works on the ranked team did tweet out the other day, like 3 days ago, high rating players, we've heard you. We're going to implement a change soon to fix the matchmaking problems. And it looks like they're going from the angle of making queue times longer. I'm so happy about this, by the way. So oh wow, that didn't hit. That's surprising. Pyke over here. Enemy team is quite, around. I'm surprised Alistair didn't go for the engage on the Pyke, if I'm honest. They could go for a big team fight here. I could see it working if the Alistair gets a nice combo. But yeah, Predator Pyke, he has to do that in a solo lane now because he has to get on people just for an engage. It's not even to do damage, really. They're going to go for the tower, because why not? No towers, I don't think, are dead yet. Enemy team coming from a potential, like, roam on either side. They do break the spell shield in 1Q now, does the Vel'Koz, the Morgana spell shield. But yeah, returns to normal, bit of craziness for the last minute. But yeah, going back to what I was saying, it looks like they're going from the angle of... A lot of us complain when there's autofill in high rating. because a lot of people play 1 or 2 roles to get to high rating and that's all they play, the game is pretty much over when you have an autofill on your team. Like, it's just pointless. Like, I will say this right now, speaking as someone that was Master, if you had an autofill jungle or AD carry on your team and the enemy had a main, you've lost the game. Like, you just lost. Because top lane is irrelevant at the moment, mid lane is somewhat irrelevant. It is a game of bot lane and jungle. That is the meta right now. Meanwhile, Vel'Koz going very aggressive. He's got his ultimate. He's going to look for a bit more damage. He's going to ult. Ashe probably gets away with heal. If she didn't heal, she probably wouldn't get away, but she also had flash available, which he didn't use. So a lot of pressure up in the top lane. Ornn is dead again. Elise potentially getting caught. Pyke is in the area. Pyke goes for a very aggressive flash with Renekton going aggressive as well. This actually could work for Elise. She needs to get the E off. She did not get the E off, unfortunately, and she will go down. So again, very aggressive play by the enemy team. Somewhat a little bit weird by the Pyke plays sometimes, but the follow-up damage. Meanwhile, this is very questionable right now. Don't see the... Oh, he has Zhonya's. He baits them out. 1 kill. Over here, Ornn actually picks up that kill. 2nd kill going to the Vel'Koz. Really nice bait. Even I got baited. He bought Zhonya. So I haven't even looked at the item build by the Vel'Koz. He's been very clever. So again, Ludens, that's what you're going to rush, right? It gives you the wave clear, bit of poke damage, helps your mana. No, he went Zhonya. So he got the mana component, Lost Chapter, to help him out. But then he just went straight Zhonya because if you look at the enemy team comp and how Pyke plays, it's all about that all-in. All about getting that all in and then eventually the ultimate. Building Zhonya's, he can't basically get ever ulted by Pyke again if he times it well. So yeah, really smart. That is a great example of item priority done right and not building the same item build every game. You adjust, and he's adjusted very well. Meanwhile, gank coming in on the bot side. Blue team is definitely in danger right now. Enemy teleport coming in, but it might honestly be too late. Teleport being returned by Ornn at this time. Tristana stays a little bit too close, gets herself killed. Vel'Koz are flashing the Pyke. They're going to just kill the Ashe. She will aggressively flash onto the Vel'Koz, not do anything. Ornn is chasing the Renekton. These two might have a little bit of a tango. They're going to meet up back with the Renekton. He is ulting. Alistair with the combo. Vel'Koz coming up with his ultimate. Really nice play. Pyke misses his ultimate. Elise will stay on him. Probably a dead Pyke, if I'm honest. And there you go. Great team play by the red team. That's also going to give them an Ocean Dragon, which then evens up the Oceans 1 apiece. Good play. Only bad play of that whole thing was Tristana overstaying for the teleport. She was like, oh, I'll stay around. Yes, there's a teleport happening here. Maybe she didn't realize it was a Renekton that could double E onto her. At the time, she got caught, and that was the only really bad play that happened in that whole thing. Other than that, red team played it well. You know, flashing away from the Pyke makes him less effective, obviously. So well played to the Vel'Koz. And really the team in general. Like, everyone's kind of doing their thing. You see the mini-map. That is so weird. I don't know if that's a bug or that's how it's supposed to look. I have no idea. It just looks really big and funny. But yeah. What I will actually also ask, ladies and gentlemen, in the comment section when we've done these more replay episodes, that, you know, we try to keep these replay episodes to the second video of the day. The only time that they aren't the second video of the day is if ever I'm pressed for content. The reason why I'm doing one today is because today is actually a day off of mine. I decided to take Saturday and Sunday off, but with recording a video or two off stream. So I was like, this is a great video to do. But in the comments I've seen, and it's very flattering, and I thank anybody that's left a comment like it, but hey, Huz, you should get into commentating or something like that. I have been potentially offered a way to do commentating. Right now, I don't know if my schedule would allow it. I'd love to do it. But yeah, there is a way that I could probably cast some pro games or semi-pro games. But let me know what you think. Should I give it a go? Because it is something that I think I would enjoy doing. Meanwhile, Ultimate comes down. Vel'Koz is now unstoppable. But yeah, let me know what you think, if I should go for it. The only, obviously, problem with it is it could take time away from streaming and the YouTube channel. A great example that I would give is if any of you watch Foxtrot, look at his channel when now he's become somewhat of a caster. His channel, he uploads very rarely now. But yeah, where, I don't know, I probably wouldn't sacrifice my YouTube channel for casting. I would somehow make all the content before I would do casting. I'd, you know, basically kill myself to do that. So yeah, let me know what you think. Anyway, that was an Ashe arrow, by the way, that I didn't mention. It just completely missed the Vel'Koz, and he had cleanse up anyway, so it wouldn't really have mattered. Again, some people say, why cleanse this game? You know, a lot of people get confused when to take cleanse, when not to take cleanse. Cleanse this game. If you break down the enemy team comp, so the Ash Arrow is quite an important engage tool that cleanses counters instantly. The Morgana Bind, same type of deal. Pyke engaging on you with his E-stun, you can cleanse that. Renekton W if he actually gets on top of you, but by then you're probably dead. So yeah, it's mainly probably for the Ash, Pyke, and Morgana. Mainly not even for the Pyke, it's probably for the Ash and Morgana long range distance ultimates. And Vel'Koz wants to be just safe in the backline, so he doesn't want to get caught. And he, you know, what would you go heal in this type of matchup? Going for an all-in, nearly gets the kill, I believe. You look over there, Pyke was nearly dead. He doesn't need heal or anything in a matchup against Pyke like this. Trust me, this Vel'Koz would be confident about this matchup. Yes, the lane phaser was a bit of a bubba. He got ganked a lot by the Kayn. Meanwhile, he gets a nice Q hit there. You know, he got ganked a lot, but the later this game goes, the Pyke is going to become less effective versus Vel'Koz. Meanwhile, Pyke can't even assassinate a Trist anymore. Alistar going for an engage. Ash Arrow misses. Engage coming in by Ornn. Unfortunately, he was bound, so he couldn't do the second half to his ultimate. And they're just going to return potentially for the Renekton. For some reason, Renekton going for like a 2v1. Does get his flash off in the bush. Doesn't really go anywhere effective. Will get himself killed. Pings are happening for the Baron right now. Ornn finding an Ash. Flashes on the Ash. Going aggressive. Ornn's in trouble. He Zonya's the Pyke ultimate. That gets rid of the Pyke's usefulness. Morgana ultimate hits 3 people. She does go down. Zonya's randomly by the Vel'Koz, maybe a miss hit of a button there. Baron pings are happening by the Elise, which I would say is a bit questionable at this stage, because the enemy jungler is still alive. Flash play by Kayn. He's got ultimate. Ash gets knocked up. Really good knock up by the Ornn, but is anything going to happen? Alistar just basically eats the Ash. They're going to go for some return kills. Kayn is probably going to get away, and in the end it was an extra 1-for-1. And very aggressive play by Kayn. Again, the Zonya's mistake that I believe the Vel'Koz just made, that right there is the difference of him living and surviving. I don't think he Zonya's anything important in that whole fight. So, yeah. So, Pyke again. Who would be scared of the Pyke right now? Trist, maybe? But I don't know. Again, I know people in this commentary can tell I don't rate Pyke solo. I didn't even rate Pyke solo when it was actually a thing, but Riot have nerfed it. Like, it's legitimately not a thing anymore. Like, how many of you recently have seen any... God, he's really crazy aggressive. How many of you have seen Lux supports anymore? They don't exist. No one's playing Lux support anymore because you can't. It's not viable anymore. Meanwhile, Elise getting a nice solo kill on the Pyke. Dragon is infernal, which is definitely worth noting. Again, the more enemies that die right now, it opens up the dragon easier, so Pyke dying then is a bad death. Again, there are such things as a good death. Alistar going for a bit of an engage. Vel'Koz does have ultimate at this time, so if he gets a pick, that would be great. Again, kills right now are important because the dragon is now up. The less enemy, obviously, that are up, the stronger your dragon presence is. Alistar going to take the boingy boing, so they can't use it themselves. So if Kayn wants to commit for this, he has to use his Q or his E instead of the boingy boing. Dragon goes down, Alistar engaging, Vel'Koz ultimate coming through, gets the kill, really nice damage. Renekton did have ultimate then, but didn't have enough time to press it. And now the Baron is being called, but it is 40 seconds until Smite, and that would mean I personally would never do Baron. Unless the enemy jungler is dead, which is then still risky, because a random steal can always happen. It's not worth trying to go for. Again, the one effectiveness I would say of Pyke, whether it's support or solo lane, meanwhile he just walks into people, what? Wow. Is he is good in Baron Pit. So, you know, if people get low, he can just, when everybody's kind of in a small little area, yeah, he's effective in that sense, but it's the same. Pyke solo at the moment is the exact same in support than he is solo lane. So you may as well just play him support, if I'm honest. So they are going to get the Baron, which is great. Vel'Koz is now 7-4-10, so again, turn this game around. Lane phase was annoying. He just kept his cool, chilling out. Again, gold-wise, he's on 10.5 versus 9.3. He has the highest gold in the game right now, which some people would not have guessed, because Elise is having a great game too. But yeah, highest gold in the game right now. Item build, he does go for the Medjay. I was actually wondering if he went for that. So he went, again, item build to remind people, he went Ninja Tabby to survive the lane phase. He bought the first component to Luden's, but then bought the Zonyas to survive from then on. I don't know if he's died. Oh no, he's died once since he bought Zonya because he pressed it the wrong time over here and then Kayn got him. Meanwhile, potential engage by Alistar, probably not going to happen. Again, it's risky walking into the enemy territory when you don't know. There's a random Pyke here. I don't know what's going on with this Pyke. weird. So really all the enemy team needs to do in my mind is group. Group and protect. He does get caught, but he doesn't need to use... He's going for an all-in with his ultimate, which is very questionable. I don't know if that was a defensive ultimate of, like, stay back. It can be used in that way. He has to be careful right now, potentially getting caught out. Pyke is above, Renekton's above, he's Zhonyazing. He does have flash, so he's going to flash here. Oh no, he flashes away. Renekton's going to go for him. Alice is going to help out. Q, he's going to walk away. Renekton does go down. Ornn ultimate is going to be a great dividing tool. They do all flash out the way, but that is 2 flashes for 1 Ornn ultimate. And overall, a pretty good situation. I didn't see how Pyke died. I'm guessing he got in the middle, maybe going for Tristana, and at least probably killed him or something. But then now, you know, again, grouping. You have to remember Ocean Dragon is enabled. Yes, for both teams, but that does mean regen is happening. Ornn right now... Oh, so Ornn actually used his... already used 2 item upgrades because he's level 15. He's used 1 on Zhonya's and he's used 1 on Infinity Edge. So that obviously buffs his mid laner and buffs his support. Not incredibly sure. I'm not incredibly sure if it's worth buffing the Zhonya's. I potentially... Nice knock-up. Really clean play. And that is a dead Kayn. Lovely. Another kill by Vel'Koz there. I'm not sure if it's worth upgrading the Zhonya's. I potentially would have just waited until the guy has death cap because I believe that's what he's building next. Unless he's gonna... Well, can you give 2 upgrades to 1 person? I'm not sure. So Ornn gets in the way of that. Alyssa goes for a nice engage. Vel'Koz gets another kill. Ashe gets caught completely. She goes down, and now the absolute rampage is happening. Pyke going for the Tristana. He's too weak at the moment. He gets killed in the end. Vel'Koz is walking with his team, and they are probably going to end the game right now. At least going aggressive, and if that Cocoon hit, that would have been great. Tower going down. Inhib going to go down. Second inhibitor of the game, and will they push for the end? So again, this has been a great performance by Vel'Koz, and what I'd say, it's been a chill performance. He's done nothing crazy. He's done nothing like insane. He played clean. He played smart. His early lane phase was annoying, but he built a Ninja Tabby. He rushed a Zhonya. That's smart play. That's adjusting to the game you're currently in. And, you know, getting ganked so many times in the same pattern, the Predator E by Pyke, and then Kayn is always around, that's going to be frustrating, and a lot of us would have been like, oh my god, stop. But, you know, he played well. He finished 10-4-12, and I will say to you guys, he did the most damage in the game. Versus his lane opponent, 5-10-3, 116 farm. Now, this game was played a couple days ago, which would have been a couple days after the patch came out. So, potentially, this guy who plays solo Pyke, he was experimenting. Does it still work? And it really doesn't. So, I do sympathize if someone was a Pyke solo main, because their main has kind of been taken away from them. But that's where you've got to adapt. You've got to adjust to what's going on. And if you love the Pyke playstyle, you just have to play support at the moment, basically. Again, remember, you get double gold for your ultimate now, which is good for support. But the strength of solo has gone. So the strength of support is just basically equal to what it used to be as solo, easily. But yeah, that was Vel'Koz. Really good to see. So hopefully you guys are hyped that we're going to be back on the main account. I don't know if, you know, there won't be main account content on Monday because that's when I'll be recording it. So hopefully starting Tuesday, that is when main content will be back. Yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video, throw a like on the video, throw a subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya.